The next part is validating a particular text box. So here in this program, what we are going to do is include a JavaScript. Now there are two files. One is validator.html. This is the HTML file. Then you have got validator.js. That is the JavaScript file. Now we have included the JavaScript in the HTML. Then in the body tag, we have included a particular text box. The ID of the text box is customer name, cust name. Now another input type is equal to text, and then we have included the phone number of a particular user. Now what we are going to do is we are going to validate the customer name as well as the phone number of the customer. We have included the action buttons, type and reset and the submit buttons, and then as usual here this part, line number 38 and line number 39, what we have done is we have included this what we discussed earlier. This is called as registration. We have registered the checkbox uh, validators. Now you can see here there are two functions. One is check name and the other one is check phone. Now those two functions are included here in the JavaScript. Now here is the check name function. Then we also have got the check phone function. So when they are called, they validate, they check whether the value entered is right or not. So here what happens is when the user enters the name, when the user enters the phone number, and when it is submitted. Now here what we have done is for customer name we have registered check name as the verifier. This is another way of checking, and check phone method is registered with the phone. Now what are those phone and check name, customer name? Now here is the phone ID, the ID which is associated with the text box for phone number, and then cust name is the ID which is associated with the customer name. So here what we need to understand is for the customer name on change, when the customer name changes, check name is called. When the phone number changes, check phone is called. So here the ID is customer name, the attribute is on change. When that particular value changes, check name is called. Similarly, ID is phone, on change in that particular say text box, the check phone will be called. Now let us see what happens inside check phone and check name. Now inside the check name, what we have done is we have obtained document.get element by id customer name. Now what is customer name? The first text box which we have specified, the id of the first text box. Now it retrieves the value and then it checks the position and the patterns which we already have seen in the pattern matching, whether it is, if it is capital A to Z or small a to Z, then the value is stored in position. If position is not 0, if the value is not there, then some alert message is specified. What we have done is we have not included the, we have not entered the name in the proper format. Please enter in the proper format. Now my name dot focus, what is my name? The value retrieved from the first text box, that is customer name. Now similarly here for check phone, again retrieve the value, store it in the variable my phone, and then here in this case if the value is not, say if the position is not equal to 0. Now if the position is not equal to 0, then we can, now this has to be my phone. Let's change the value to my phone. If my phone is not equal to 0, again alert the user. Now once alert is done, then reset the values, focus and select. Now if we run this, let us run the HTML file. Now before that, save this, save the validator JavaScript also. Now when you run this particular program, now you'll get a particular value. Now let us enter some numerical value. We are checking for the alphabets numerical value. See, the moment you enter a numerical value, it says the value entered is not proper. Similarly, the same thing can be done for the phone numbers. When you submit it, the values are verified, and then you can have a particular validation